We're going to be starting class today with a little bit of a quiz. So you're going to talk about techniques like colour.
I am a first-year teacher at Adelaide High School. My specialties are English and Spanish, and I teach from years 9 to 12. Adelaide High is the state's first and only special languages school.
Remember how I talked about...
We have students from very culturally diverse backgrounds, and we have a pretty large student body of about 1,200 students. We have a focus on academic achievement, and our results tend to be quite high.
Just go through that, thanks guys. Aiden, what is the narrator's name?
On the first page it says something about Chris writing the story.
And there's a part in the book where she goes through and she describes her friends. And Katie, what happened when Ellie went to the toilet in the night?
She heard the planes flying over.
Yep, spot on.
While I was at uni, professional development was important. We were encouraged to learn in all different ways. I had 2 languages tutors who were very passionate, and they ensured that we were all members of Multasa, which is the Languages Teachers Association in South Australia. So I, while at uni, did attend several conferences, and these covered a range of different things, ICT and languages, which is also applicable to my role as an English teacher, looking at genre, which was also applicable, looking at intercultural learning strategies.
How else do we get a sense of who they are? What other techniques does the author use to tell us about the characters?
I also did 2 weeks of a placement after I finished, where I got to work with a teacher who showed me all the administrative elements of being a teacher, that sort of backside of it that I didn't really get at university.
We are going to be writing an essay that compares and contrasts the 2 cooking shows.
For a new graduate or for a student who is currently studying to be a teacher, I think it's very important to their teaching practice that they do seize all opportunities to develop their skills outside of the university curriculum.
That does make sense.
We are balancing many different personalities, students with different needs, and it's important that as an English teacher I have strategies to be able to help those students perform at their best.
Keep going.
Today, what we're going to look at is part of the folio aspect of our course.
Sarah is the English and ESL coordinator, and I'm really fortunate to have her as a mentor.
The other thing that you need to be aware of is that there is 1 draft per student, okay? That's the SACE Board's policy.
I often observe Sarah teaching her classes so that I can better my own teaching practice. Just seeing the way that she structures her classroom, how she introduces her content, the types of questions that she's asking, it's all very valuable for me as a new teacher.
Reaching the lounge room, I noticed that chores had been started but were incomplete.
I think behaviour management is the biggest challenge for most new teachers. You need help to develop strategies and develop a style that you feel comfortable with relating to the students. Sarah's been very helpful in helping me to do that here, especially because she knows the students.
So, what comes to mind?
When you approach the text production component of the folio, Sarah will meet with me probably once a week to once a fortnight and guide them explicitly with those.
Yes, I do.
We discuss mounds of things, performance standards, student behaviour, the structuring of lessons, how long to run an assignment for, explicit teaching methods, things like that.
Can you do that? Like, kind of, yeah, put your own opinion. Isn't that putting your own opinion? Yeah.
It is a good idea to try and aim for something like that, but it's not always the way it turns out.
Teaching is a profession where we are asking our students to learn and to grow and develop. So I think it would be redundant if we, as teachers, didn't do the same. I also think that's why I entered the profession, because I enjoy that thirst for knowledge.
Yeah. Okay, you're all done.
How has the professional development you have undertaken impacted on student learning in your classrooms? How can a mentor help you develop professionally?